Welcome to the Geekz, 31 Days of Horror for Halloween. This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Sean.
Tonight we're reviewing A Quiet Place, Day 1, 2024. Now streaming on Paramount Plus. It's now on Paramount Plus.
Your mic sounds terrible, buddy.
Oh, it does?
It's all right, but it sounds...
We're recording. We can edit all this. So.
Yeah, you can edit.
Right, do you want me? I'll start it over. Do I sound better now?
I don't know. It was weird because it was kind of going in and out a little bit. It's weird.
Yeah, it was almost like it was like you were talking, and then it was like you were talking like that, and then it was like something covered your mic almost for a second.
What in the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Now I'm getting static. Are you hearing static?
No.
Okay, then good. Then maybe it's just fucking me.
Is it the mic? Your new
I
mic?
don't think it's the mic. I don't know. I think I'm getting some. This has been a fucking shitty couple days. I'm getting some crazy feedback up here for shit. Like we got a new internet provider, and that thing, it came in, installed, drilled holes through my walls and everything, and now the internet's not working. Like, so I had to actually, like, luckily I didn't cancel our old provider, reconnect every fucking thing. I got like discs all over the fucking place. It's just
you need somebody that knows what they're doing to come get your shit right. You need me and Jason to come cable your shit the right way.
I would
the way my house is run, where all of my shit is wired and everything works.
I need you at my house too.
I got everybody's room has 4 plugs in their room that they can plug a data connection in, and it works. Every single one of them. Damn.
Yes, yeah.
And then in the game room, I have a whole 48 port switch, and in this room, I have 8 ports. But like, I only use the one.
Well, I wish I had that, Steve. So, all right, I'm gonna start this over. And here we go.
The only flex I have on you guys is I have better network cabling than you.
I have better data.
But that's only because I did it myself.
I was gonna say it's good. It's a good skill to have.
I'm wired in.
Guess what? In the apocalypse, I have no skills. So
what good are my internet skills in the apocalypse when the internet is down?
But you'll know how to do shit, put things together, wire things. You know, you've done things that you could figure it out better than me.
In the apocalypse, that is not what you need. In the apocalypse, you need guns.
You need guns and.
But you need to know how to turn on a generator and shit like that and get things started.
Generator? You better not turn on no generator in the fucking apocalypse.
You know how loud the generators are?
This isn't Dead by Daylight. This isn't where, you know.
Okay. Let's talk about this on the show.
The generator's a bad idea because that'll just bring all the assholes to your house. They'd be like,
yes, exactly.
And things are loud.
But you know how to hide it. You would know better than me. I would fuck it up. I'd have this thing explode. You would have it quiet and humming, and you know, like that. That's what I'm saying. My skills don't transfer to that. So, all right, I'm gonna start this thing over.
Solar batteries. Solar would probably be the best thing in the apocalypse, right? I mean, it would work. It's a self-contained system.
Yep.
So as long as you have that to work off the grid, then you'll be good to go.
Which I do have, so I'm not terribly concerned because I can go off the grid with that. I can actually unhook that, and so maybe I have something. But all right, here we go. Why is nothing working tonight? Welcome to the Geekz, 31 Days of Horror for Halloween. This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Sean.
And tonight we're reviewing A Quiet Place, Day 1 from 2024. So, Sean, you want to cue up the trailer for us?
Well, that was cool for us to watch it, but if you're listening on audio, that sucks for you.
You're on mute,
You're on
John.
mute,
I was trying to be quiet.
Sean.
At this point, they should know they gotta watch this shit on video.
And he was following the rules.
Yeah.
Shit.
So a young woman named Sam finds herself trapped in New York City during the early stages of an invasion by alien creatures with ultra-sensitive hearing. I mean, this movie really only stars 2 people. I mean, we have other people in it, but it's really Lupita Nyong'o's movie for the most part. I mean, Joseph Quinn's in it for 35 minutes, maybe a little bit more than that. But you know, we've got him, and then we've got others. You know, I mean, we see our Mr. Hansu. That's it. Like it's a weird movie in that regard. It's just like there's a lot of people in it because it's in New York, but like it's not a lot of people in the movie. You know, that's kind of an interesting dynamic because you would think in day 1, day 2 of this, you would still see lots of people around. I mean, they wouldn't all have been dead, but I guess maybe they would have. But it's an interesting take. So I'm gonna give this movie a hero. I'm gonna start with my review. I think I really did enjoy it. I think the Quiet Place movies, I you know, for me, they're not horror, they're not scary. I know there are monster movies and that. And this one's probably the least one that I felt kind of any kind of angst for or anything. But I think Lupita Nyong'o did a really great job in it. And I think that's what sold it for me was she was really good.
This goes along with creature feature. That's how
it does. I get it. It's creature feature, but there's not a lot of tension here.
Y'all's horror bug is so I don't understand it. It's so confusing to me. It's like I don't treat things as horror, but then there's like monsters in it, but then y'all don't see it as horror. I'm like, this is a monster flick. This is horror to me. Like I don't know what y'all's perception of
it's like
horror.
science fiction.
I gotta define this shit.
You know what? I guess for horror, like I need to watch it and have some kind of fear, and I didn't have any.
But do y'all have fear in anything at this point? Like y'all don't have fear.
Wait,
well,
you know
no,
what's,
but
you know what's
feel,
unfortunate? We're so
tension.
desensitized that the only time that we fear things is when stuff happens to kids in movies, because then our dad instincts kick in and we're like, oh no. That's the only time we get like really scared is when
Steve's right, because then I'll swear him in the text. Steve, why are you making me watch this movie with the children in peril? But I don't know. It's
so for
I think
me,
the first one had.
Okay.
The first one had more suspense. This one didn't feel suspenseful, I guess. That's it. It was a great story and well acted, but I didn't feel suspense.
Because you already know the creature, though. That's why.
Maybe. I don't know if it's even I know the creature. What was Cloverfield, right? That was that first JJ movie, right? With the monsters coming out of the sky and stuff. That didn't scare me either. I don't consider that one a horror movie either. So it's like I don't know. Like I'm wrong. I'm sure it says horror on the IMDb. I have IMDb up right now. Let me see what it says.
Pretty sure it does.
Doesn't say anything. I don't know. Usually it says like horror, sci-fi, or something. It's not telling me anything here, but it says alien invasion, monster horror. So there you go. The alien invasion is the first monster horror.
It's a creature like it to me. That's horror to me. Like I don't. Everything to me are all monsters. Everything is a fucking monster. So I don't understand. Like Jason's a monster. Freddy's a monster. Like they're monsters. They're not human beings. They're creatures that like are forbidden from hell. Like are from hell. Like
you're on mute, Steve. You're on mute, Steve.
You're on mute.
But Jason and Freddy and all that aren't creature features. Those are not.
They're slashers.
But to me, they are though, because there are monsters.
No,
they're
you can't do
slashers.
that. Those are slasher movies. You can't do that.
but they're considered monsters. Like they're like monsters.
That's what you're considering them. They're not creature features.
So what's
creature features?
So what's Dracula and fucking Swamp Thing, or the swamp monster, or
the creature from the Black Lagoon?
That would be a creature feature. The Wolfman would be like a creature feature.
Okay.
Frankenstein and Dracula. Maybe I guess you could consider Dracula because he kind of turns into like a monster kind of thing, like a big bat. So he could be, I guess, vampires. I guess you could consider them creatures.
Zombies.
But zombies could be creatures. But like, I don't consider like Freddy Krueger a creature.
I do. He looks like a fucking creature. I mean,
he was because he was burnt.
He has supernatural fucking.
I don't consider Jason Voorhees. I mean, it's an interesting conversation, but
it is a very interesting conversation. I think we need to kind of open this topic up a little bit more.
I don't.
Not for the review, but we will.
No.
I think we will. We'll have to discuss this in October at some point.
Yeah, I agree. All right, cool.
But all right, so Sean, what did you think of Quiet Place?
It's definitely a hero for me. I think I told Steve about it. I enjoyed it. To me, and watch it in the theater, it definitely gives you a whole different kind of watching it at home. It's not the same. Watch it in the theater, everybody's fucking quiet. It's like nobody really says anything. There's nothing going on, and that's the great part about this movie is when you're in the theater, the experience is just like ain't nobody gonna say shit. Just because I don't know what it is, but to me, Lupita Nyong'o did a great job. I was watching the behind the scenes of it, and she lost weight for this. And Dejma Hansu was like, he actually felt bad for her because she actually lost a lot of weight to play this role. And the director said, like, you know, working with her is like really good because she has facial tics that kind of like, you know, gives you like gives you the character. So I really enjoyed this, and I like Lupita Nyong'o anyway. So like, I think this is a really good movie for her. And it was great. Again, it's a hero for me. So, Steve,
it's a hero. I will say that it's my least favorite of the three, but that's not saying a lot, right? Like I think they're all great movies, but I think this one would be the least. I think that for me, my enjoyment of them goes in order they've come out. I think number 1 is the best, then 2 is right after that, and then 3 is after this. My problem with this one is that it brought up too many more questions. I thought we were going to get some answers. Instead, we got just like more questions. And this was a lot of Quiet Place Day 2, very little of the Quiet Place Day 1. Like 5 minutes of Day 1, rest of the movie is Day 2. So weird title, but I like the cat. I know, Sean, it's a gripe. It's a thing. But like I kept thinking that, like, fucking, like, give me something. And like we gotta get into spoilers. Just do it.
Spoilers.
Like, I feel like they knew that they couldn't swim really quickly. And then there's like so many days where people are just like not hanging out, but like you would think that information would spread somehow. I don't know, like get onto an island.
But would it though? If you can't make any sound?
Well, plus we don't know. You said get onto an island. The thing that would be interesting with that too is, you know, they were crash landing all over the place, right? They weren't just standing on it. So they might have crash landed on a bunch of islands. So who knows where you can go?
Oh, you're totally screwed.
And,
if they're on the island with
because
you.
Because the thing is too is like you can't live out on sea for long, right? You know, there's not enough food. There's not enough.
Go watch that movie Waterworld. It'll prove you wrong.
Well, you gotta go out deep enough, right? Waterworld wasn't just in the middle of the ocean.
Like, but remember, you can't make a sound anywhere, and like wherever land you find, I'm pretty sure there's a way to get to it. Maybe, I don't know. Like maybe I don't. Well, that one did get there in part 2, but that was different though. Like it clinged on to a boat, which is weird.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think you need that much water. One of them drowns in this movie, and not that, you know what I'm saying, like it was like a tunnel. Like it was.
Well, right, but it was trapped under there, right? It couldn't breathe. It actually.
But I'm saying
actually
trap. You
breathe.
could trap it in the tub. Kill that motherfucker.
Well, yeah, you can drown it, but I think that thing would overpower.
Motherfuckers ain't fitting in no tub. They big as shit.
You could kill one in a pool for sure.
You good.
Yeah,
You get them in the pool, you good.
Well, again, I think he gets to climb out of that. I think the reason why he got in the tunnel was because there was nothing up. It was completely.
Stop it! I'm trying to have fun.
Merged.
Stop it!
I'm going to ruin your fun.
Stop
Steve.
ruining my points.
It was completely submerged, though.
Yeah.
I think what I think these little creatures are is I think that they're kind of like what an more high advanced alien species would like send to like wipe out a planet before they land. Like, we don't even really want to deal with them. Just send those fucking things. They'll kill everything. And we'll
But isn't that like Cloverfield?
like a year later?
It's like Thanos.
I don't know.
It's like Thanos' creatures.
I don't know. I don't know about Cloverfield. That movie got. Does that even have like a coherent story?
Not well.
Not really.
Not really. I mean, but they had multiple, like 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I know, but I don't know what any of them like. What is their overarching story they're trying to tell? It's been.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know what the overarching story they're trying to. And even here, like we don't know. We don't know where they're coming from, what they're doing, where they're at. We're 500 days, in this story. And all we know is you got to be quiet.
Dude, we would all be dead though.
You would think that these
pass a fucking fart. You pass a fart, you're dead. Like
I already told Jenny we were watching this. I'm like, Alex would kill us all. This kid can't shut up. It's like there's no way. You have to duct tape children's mouths shut because like, especially like young kids, they can't be quiet. I mean, you saw what happened to John Krasinski because of his kids.
I know, dude. Like the part in this that really got me was the one part when everybody. I think I was talking to Steve about this early in when the one part when everybody started walking outside, and you don't realize that when people walk, everybody makes noise when they walk.
Oh yeah.
So that pile on of people was just so like, oh shit. Like you don't think about it, but then you like as you start to realize and look at everything that's walking and moving, you're like, we're dead. Like
but they should. Again, it was dumb. They should have waited until it rained, right, to mask their sound.
Yeah, but they didn't know that though.
Steve,
you're on mute. You're on mute.
There it is. Okay, I was gonna say, they don't know it's gonna rain. Like they don't know that. Like they're just gonna hang out and wait till it starts raining.
I mean, it rained in the movie, so
you would have been dead before they even started this walk. So let's just get that.
Oh, I know that. I didn't say
B, if you survived to this walk, you would have been in that walk trying to get the fuck out to the boat.
Ellen tripped
they said to go to the boat. We had to go to the boat.
Like or
the
military should have like shot off explosives somewhere to cause
a diversion
for people to get on these boats, right? Like
that's what I wanted more of. I wanted more of like
military.
I wanted to see like the Lupita Nyong'o story, like that to be our human story that we're following, our emotional connection. But then to have like maybe a couple of side characters, maybe there's like a military guy doing some shit, and maybe there's some government official lady that has to do some shit.
That would have been tough.
And you're kind of seeing some more, and you get to see some alien versus fucking military action, and because like the stuff we got in the city was cool, but I felt like we got away from the invasion really fast. Like that's what I thought we were gonna do is like let's show the invasion, fuck yeah, and it was like boom, it happened. Then Lupita Nyong'o gets knocked out, and then the next thing you know, it's like we need to be quiet.
Yeah, we're day 2. Nothing. We don't know anything going on.
And that's
that's my gripe with the movie. Again, I love the movie. I thought it was great, but we don't know anything, and there's other stories here that might have been, especially for day 1, would have been better told. Like this is a great story, but to me, this would have been if you want, you're building sequels on these movies and you're making them for fairly cheap compared to other movies that you're getting a good box office. Quiet Place day 2. With Lupita Nyong'o, where we're seeing her part in day 1, like this would have been a great secondary movie, or like as Steve said, a secondary subplot to the story, because it was for her, she's in hospice care, all this kind of stuff. All she wants is just that sliver of what she had before she goes. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the odd thing about this, because she's not surviving this movie any which way. Like she's already at the point of death's door.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting
I
take.
like that. I like that
Yeah.
take. Though.
That's what I said. It's a very interesting take to go with this movie. But again, there's so much of the story that we're 3 movies in and we still don't know anything. And that's kind of where I was like, I didn't think that this is the story we were getting with this movie.
You thought you were getting like a whole destruction of the world.
Trying to figure out, like, I have to say I needed an alien spaceship to show me like these aliens and that they're talking, but like something that we're trying to figure out how we're going to survive, right? Day one, the invasion attacks, and I love that the fact they had it in New York, right? The loudest damn city on the on the planet, basically, for the most part.
Yeah,
like you're sitting there and you hear that sound, and like it's just always constantly buzzing, right? Like there's no. So these aliens would go hog wild in New York.
Yeah.
But
and they don't eat. And it's weird. They don't eat people. They just kill people. Like they don't. They eat.
I think they do.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know though. I'm not.
I think they are feeding because we see babies. We see babies.
Did we see there were babies there?
Yeah, when he was in that construction site, we saw the little ones.
I didn't see babies. I just seen them eating something else. Like I don't know what the fuck they was. Yeah,
I thought they were little ones.
Maybe
I don't know, Steve. Did you think they were little ones? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Okay, I thought they were babies. So
I know
maybe not.
I know the cat would have definitely got.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice if they like harvest people, like shit like that, like aliens do. Like that would have been cool. But then that would have been more aliens. But like at least eat something. Like I don't know what they're doing to people. They're just killing people. They don't show them eating them. They just show them getting killed, and that's all you see. So I'm like, what? So they again, like you said, like there's things that we need to know about these aliens, but we don't really know shit.
I guess if they were just killing them, we would have seen more bodies in the streets. We didn't see a lot of bodies in the street. The streets look clear, right? So they're taking the bodies.
I guess.
So that's kind of how I looked at it. Like they're taking the bodies, because you would have just, if they were just, biting heads off and stuff, like it would have been gone. Like you would see body parts everywhere, but you don't. She's walking down the street, you see burnt up cars and all this other kind of stuff, but you don't see bodies anywhere.
Yeah, it's true. I don't. Yeah, it's crazy. But there were some really good scenes. Like I loved like the part, when she was under the car and the car had her, and the guy was like, "Help me, help me!" And it was like, "Woo!" Then took her, and then her leg was stuck under there, and you never think about a car just losing the air on the tires if you're under a car. You're like, "Fuck!" Like I forgot that actually happens, because when you're looking at this, you're like, "Oh shit, I forgot about that." And you just realize, like, oh, that's just, you're dead. Like, if you can't get out of that shit. Luckily, she's so damn skinny. My ass wouldn't have made it out that motherfucker.
No, I wouldn't even been able to fit underneath there. I've been like, what?
Yeah, neither.
Where's the bus? Where's the tractor trailer?
I like. Am I getting this one confused with part 2? Did we get a little bit of John Krasinski's family in this one?
No.
No? Okay, I am confusing that with part 2 then. The opening of part 2.
Oh, he was driving down the street and shit. They were all coming. Yeah, that was day 1 too, though. From their point of view.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I think. Like all these movies, that's why, like with this being called day 1, I assumed it would be something different, a different storyline. So
yeah, because this almost just felt like the prequel to how the people got on the island from the second movie.
Yes,
true.
But is it day 1? Right? Like I don't know. What's the next one going to be called? It was.
Was the cat in part 2?
I'd have to go back and watch.
I gotta go back and
I'm
watch
assuming he is. I'm assuming it is probably.
That cat was all over the place. That goddamn cat, man. Fuck a cat. That cat get it right there.
I have a few pets, and they would all be a real problem if noise was an issue.
not this cat. This cat survived stone cold. So
luckily, my dog is very quiet, so he doesn't bark. So I probably would have survived, but he does make a lot of noise.
Yeah,
I gotta put
breathing, anything. You know what I mean? Like
you got those hardwood floors. You got your little tippy tap dog.
Yeah, so. I gotta put like feet on him or so, like some
little booties,
Yeah,
So,
but I don't think I would go that far with an animal, so I can't. I
yeah.
definitely might be Dolo in this situation.
And then it's interesting, you know. Human Torch only shows up like 45 minutes in. Like he's on the post. Like I was assuming like he was here like right in the beginning, and like nope, 45 minutes in, and I'm like, where the hell did you even come from? Like he was like drowning in like a subway tunnel or something. Then he just pops out of nowhere, and I'm like,
yeah, but
where the hell did you come?
you know what's crazy, man, about subways in New York, man? Them just can get overflow with water real fucking quick.
Oh yeah, no, I
no fucking hesitation. So like
especially with something like this happening, right, where
Yeah.
everything is being
Yo,
like
when
destroyed.
when Hurricane Sandy came and the fucking subways were like fucking underwater, that shit was crazy. It was like apocalyptic kind of shit. So I never had seen anything like that until you see it. You're like, oh shit, like shit like that can really fucking happen real fucking quick. And if you can get out of it, you can get out. But oof, God, the rats and everything else in that motherfucker is gross. I know you guys never been to New York, but like New York is on a whole.
I've been in New York.
Well, yeah, you've been low. But it's on a whole nother level with shit like this, man. You really like watching this shit. You like, damn, man. I'm glad I ain't working today. I'm glad I wasn't working that day.
Crazy.
So, but yeah, man, it's a good movie. I really did enjoy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give away the ending because I think it's a strong ending for the character. I don't want to. I know we're in spoilers, but I think you should, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it to get that ending. I think the ending is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it. Any other last thoughts before we close it out for tonight?
No.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. This is Lil.
This is Sean.
And this is Steven. Until tomorrow night, everybody, keep it creepy.